Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today I am back with Path of Legends. I'm 3 steps up in Grand Champion. I'm going to be going for Royal Champion today using this new Expo Rocket deck. Not really new, I guess. It's been around for a little bit, but it's recently been picking up some popularity as of late. So I think this is the best Expo deck in the meta, or at least one of them for sure. Definitely better than 3.0 Expo Cycle because we do have the Rocket in there. He does go for a Dark Gob instantly, just going to log it off, I guess. That was kind of interesting. I don't even think he had 10 elixir at the time, but it looks like it is going to be log bait, so Valk will do a fine job. There is a placement where you can fully counter the entire barrel with just a Valk, but I'm not really good with the timing, so I'd rather just do that, I guess. But yeah, this deck, I played it in the global tourney. I was able to get 25 wins with it, so it's obviously quite good. It kind of helps against a lot of meta decks. Again, mainly because of the Rocket. I'm going to try and protect this Expo because I should be able to get a lock. Okay, and he does have a Golden Knight, unfortunately, so that's just going to dash onto everything. This really sucks because I can't actually log that. I mean, I guess I could, but I would be in a lot of trouble against his barrel, and it would just ruin my cycle, so I think what I did there was kind of necessary. Dark Goblin does come down. I guess I might have to log it, or I could Tesla for it, I guess. Would also help against the Goblin, so I think that's a better play. Because if I do log, then I don't really have anything in cycle. Okay, let's go Princess. Just going to log this, and then I guess he's going to barrel, so I don't really have a choice but to only go Skeleton. So my cycle's getting a bit screwed over right now. He is kind of being really aggressive, but yeah, that's I guess one of the downsides of a deck like this, where you don't have Fireball, you have Rocket, because obviously a lot of the time when I play 3.0, I'm more comfortable cycling logs on offense, because I do have Fireball as a backup option against the barrel. Don't know what that Gold Knight at the bridge was about, and wow, how does that dash onto my tower? That's actually kind of ridiculous. They recently did change the Golden Knight. I kind of want to Expo with that. I think I will, just because I really need damage. I mean, that is a really unfortunate start to this game. Okay, Inferno Tower right into the Valk. I think that's kind of a misplay, honestly. You're just going to log the gang. I should get a fair amount of damage here, especially because Golden Knight's not in cycle, and that Inferno Tower is actually not even targeting my Expos out of range, so that's very interesting. But yeah, it looks like it's just going to be Goblin, or log bait. I don't know why I said Goblin. I don't think it's going to be double barrel bait, because I haven't seen a Skeleton barrel yet, but he does have both Princess and Dark Goblin, which means he might not have a Rocket. So if that's the case, I think I should probably win this matchup. Gonna go for the Tesla placement again, though. This will help against the Princess and the barrel, as you can see here. So I do only take one Goblin stab, I believe. I'm just gonna Rocket his tower right now. Wow, that's again really unfortunate. The Princess does splash onto my tower, but it is what it is, I guess. I guess I just defensive Expo here because I obviously can't go into that. Okay, I went Ice Spirit just in case the Golden Knight dash onto my tower because I really don't know how unpredictable or predictable it's going to be. Like, it's been all over the place. I know they recently changed it where it was like, okay, really bad Princess just goes into my Expo, but I know they recently changed it where they said it was more predictable and always went towards towers now. But yeah, he actually does have a Fireball. Interesting. I think I can out spell cycle him though. I don't think I want to go in because, yeah, he's definitely just going to keep going in this lane and can also Fireball my Expo plus my weak tower. Does go Princess on the right, so I can actually just ignore that and Rocket Tower again. I don't actually have to worry about that Princess at all because it's just going to go into my right side tower, which has 4k HP right now. So I actually think that was kind of a misplay on his end. I don't want to log the gang, yeah, because I know he's going to barrel, so just going to log now. And then I just have to avoid a Golden Knight dash, and then I should be fine. So I'm going to Tesla. I believe it doesn't dash onto the tower. Yeah, I went Valk in case it did, but based on the last time it didn't dash, so it should be fine. Goes for a Fireball. I think I actually do have to Archers because that did hit my Valk. But now I should win because I do have login cycle for his barrel, and I can just Rocket. And yeah, that's going to be game. He does go Princess the Bridge, but it's not going to be enough in time. So pretty nice comeback. That is a pretty good matchup for me. Gold Knight is obviously very annoying, but I did just have an unfortunate start. And that dash at the start was kind of ridiculous because I swear it didn't used to dash onto tower from that placement before. But anyways, that is going to be our first win against double barrel bait without the double barrel, and instead he has the Fireball. So interesting stuff there. But that's going to put me at 4 steps up now on our way to Royal Champ. Alright guys, so we're getting into the next match against Park S1. So he has 3 Musketeers Phoenix on his banner. I wonder if he's going to be actually playing 3 Musketeers. He gives a good luck back. Okay, Ice Spirit, probably not going to be 3M. Going to split Archers, not allow the Ice Spirit to connect. And Musketeer, okay, so this looks like it's going to be Hog Cycle, probably 2.6. Could also be Hog Earthquake. Have seen a fair amount of Hog Earthquake lately because there is quite a bit of E-Giant Pump going around. You do see the Ice Golem Gonna Tesla, anti-fireball placement. Ice Spirit for the Hog as well, just hold it in place. And even though the tower is distracted by the Ice Golem, as you can see, it does get held in place and fully countered. So this is going to be a really good matchup if it's 2.6. If it's Hog Earthquake, it's actually going to be a bit more annoying, but should still be my matchup for sure. Again, because Rocket, so Rocket is really nice. Okay, it does have Goblin, so that actually leads me to believe it might be Hog Earthquake, because 2.6 does run Skeletons. Or I guess he subbed out Skeletons for Goblins. Either way, looks like he's kind of upset. Just going to split Archers here. I can't rocket that, so that's fine. Just don't want to get too aggressive in single. I basically just want to prevent him from getting a Hog connection early on. And then, okay, he does Fireball my one Archer. I'm definitely going to go in. I feel like that was a really bad Fireball. Valk will take care of the Muskie and then help out with my Expo. He does go Hog. I can afford an Tesla in time. So actually kind of a bad Hog because he should have played it right on top. I wouldn't have been able to Tesla. But since I did Tesla, since he gave me time to regenerate Elixir, that's pretty much game. Gonna log. He doesn't have Fireball in cycle because he did just Fireball my one Archer, so yeah, just gonna hover Skeletons in case he goes Ice Spirit. And I think that's actually just gonna be game, so I'll give him the good game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. He says good luck. I guess he's kind of upset. Okay, he does just Fireball me out. Interesting. So he definitely just gave up, I guess. But yeah, that's a really easy matchup for me, especially because he has Goblins, which I don't care about at all. As you can see, I'm playing Valk, so they don't mean anything on offense. And it does also mean he has a slightly slower cycle, because Skeletons does give him a faster cycle. So overall, just really good matchup for me, and this is why I really like this deck right now. If I had Fireball, it would be obviously quite a bit harder, but even if it was Earthquake, because there's a fair amount of Hog Earthquake around, at least this new version that has Phoenix and sometimes Giant Skeleton, Rocket is obviously way better than Fireball for out-spell cycling them, because it usually does just come down to spell cycle. You're never really going to break through against a good Hog Earthquake player, because they can either always Earthquake your Expos out, or defend with like a Hog or a Cannon, etc. So yeah, that's going to be another nice win against 2.6 with Goblins. I guess he gave up really early, but he played a really bad Fireball, to be honest, so that was just kind of on him. But yeah, I'll take it, I guess. Pretty easy match, pretty stress-free. So I'll take the win. That's going to put me 5 steps up now, and let's keep the push going. Alright guys, getting into the next match against Maddox here. He does have Monk on his banner. I hope he's not actually playing Monk. I mean, it is not a bad banner, I guess, but yeah, Monk has also been everywhere. So especially in matchups where they do have Monk, gonna go Archers for the Miner. This could actually be Miner Poison with the Monk. That has been super popular recently because it's just a really overpowered deck. It does have arrows too. Okay, and Inferno Tower. I don't know what this is. Minor arrows, I thought it might be maybe Lava Hound or Giant Double Prince with minor. With arrows would be really, really annoying. I hate that matchup, but he actually has an Inferno Tower, so it's probably just going to be Minor Cycle, because you never really see Minor plus a building that isn't Mortar, unless it's Minor Cycle, so I guess that's good for me. Arrows, I don't know though, because usually all these Cycle decks run Log. I mean, Log is very strong. E-Spirit, yeah, so it is going to be Cycle. Not sure what else he has, I guess. Okay, Gang, just going to go Archers. And I could maybe Expo with these Archers, honestly. I think I will, because he's also not back to his arrows right away, so how's he going to defend this? Okay, Bats in the back, and Dark Prince. I thought he was going to ignore it for a second. I'm just going to go Valk, I guess, once Dark Prince gets a bit closer. Miner going to try and catch with Skeletons. Nice. And that is actually going to be... Wow, Valk is still tanking for the Bats. That is so clutch. Because sometimes when they do that play with the Miner at the back, it kites your mini tank back and then the Bats just devour your Expo. But luckily, Valk was really tanky and just kind of clutch there, just stayed there. Might not have happened if it was a Knight, because Valk does have the AoE attack, whereas Knight actually has to get up close. I guess they're kind of similar, but anyway, it was really clutch that the Bats didn't hit my Expo there. So that's pretty much game already. Looks like it's just going to be Miner control. Does go Dark Prince. I have to go Tesla because Archers would just die. Okay, unfortunately, Dark Prince doesn't get kited. I didn't know that, actually. I guess Dark Prince that hops the river, like at the corner, doesn't get kited by center Tesla. That is interesting to know. I guess we'll have to remember that. But yeah, I think he went arrows just now, so interesting. But yeah, this is definitely over, because that is like pretty much 3 rockets and then a few spells. I mean, a few logs. I could obviously go for another Expo lock, though, because he seems like he likes to overcommit on offense quite a bit. Does allow my Ice Spirit to connect. So just going to go for an Expo. He goes Miner Fireball E-Spirit. Oh my god, that is 8 Elixir right now. He's at 0 after playing that Dark Prince. This game is literally over. Going to activate King off the E-Spirit just in case. He goes arrows, but yeah, it's obviously not enough. And that was just a really, really bad play. I mean, I guess I called it, right? This guy absolutely loves to overcommit on offense. Like, what was that? Miner Fireball E-Spirit? That is, I don't know, man. But I would go for that if I had like a good defense for the Expo, but obviously he doesn't. He needs his spells, he needs his okay, he fireballed my tower, but he's still in front of towers my Expo. That's interesting. I guess, I don't know. I'm gonna rocket his miner if he ever plays it. I think he gave up, but it would be really funny to rocket the miner. I love doing plays like those. I remember I rocketed a Goblin Barrel on stream when it was like the end of the match because I could afford to, so yeah. Anyways, that's going to be game over though. So that's GG. Really weird miner control deck. Also, he was so aggressive on offense, but that's really good for me, I guess, because I'll just take the easy win again. Have been getting some surprisingly decent matchups and just really easy opponents so far. That's going to put me 2 wins away from Royal Champion though, so I'll definitely take it. Let's take a look at his deck. Yeah, that is really weird. Alright guys, found the next match against Herteg King. Not sure what he has. I guess I don't really recognize most of my opponents down here. Once I reach Ultimate Champion, I'll probably like start to recognize people, but Skeleton is probably some kind of cycle deck. Just gonna go for a log, lets the Ice Spirit connect, so obviously not, or not obviously, but pretty decent starting damage situation, I guess. Does go for Hog. Sadly, I don't think I had Tesla on cycle, so Expo's forced, and Ice Golem 2. This could be Hog EQ again, or it could be 2.6. He does have skeletons. Okay, E-Spirit. E-Spirit Skeletons, I feel like it's going to be Hog EQ then, because E-Spirit, but I'm going to activate King off that E-Spirit for sure. Definitely going to be huge against Hog Rider, so I'll take that. Even though I do take some chip, it's definitely worth it. And yeah, he does go Cannon. I might just rocket here. I mean, it's a bit aggressive, I guess, but I'm going to do it anyways. I have Tesla on cycle. I have an activated King. There's nothing that can really go wrong, honestly. Even if he Earthquakes this, like, King is helping out. Yeah, he does Earthquake, but all 3 towers help out. That's a dead Hog. And so I guess it's just going to be Hog EQ. So I can show you guys exactly how I play this matchup. This would be way harder and way more annoying if I had 3.0. But thankfully I do have Hog EQ, which is so nice because... Again, no, I don't have Hog EQ. I don't know what I'm saying. I guess I'm a bit tired today. But thankfully, I do have Expo Rocket. So I'm going to defensive Expo against that Queen right now. He did just use his Earthquake, so he can't actually do anything. There's obviously no point going in when he has a lot of counters in hand. So going to Ice Spirit to keep the Queen frozen, hopefully take it out. Okay, Ice Spirit does jump onto the Hog instead. I shouldn't take a hit, or even if I do, it's fine. I didn't take a hit. I think that was just the E-Spirit damage. But yeah, he kind of evens the tower damage a bit. I'm fine with that. My right side tower is very healthy. But yeah, thankfully I do have rockets, so I'll show you guys exactly how I like to play this matchup. It's very defensive, because again, he has Queen, he has Cannon, he has Earthquake, he has plenty of counters to my Expo. So there's really no point going in unless I want to try and outcycle his counters, or if he like overcommits or something. Otherwise, there's really not much of a point. So I'm going to go in right here, just try stuff out, Skeletons to predict the Cannon, nice, and then I'm going to log this Ice Golem Queen, maybe out of Expo range, hopefully. As you can see, he's just spamming quite a bit, and he's already back to an Ice Golem, so there's really nothing I can do. Valk is going to tank for the Queen at least, and I might get a small lock. Okay, goes Hog. Just going to Tesla. But yeah, as you can see, even if he doesn't Earthquake, he has very easy defense on my Expos, and even if he doesn't go for that defense, he has Earthquake as like a bailout last second defense. So it's obviously not great for me. Gonna go for a defensive Expo now, and pretty much just switch the game plan to Rocket Cycle. I mean, some people might dislike, you know, Rocket Cycle, saying it's overpowered or whatever, but this is like the way that you're supposed to play the matchup, because you saw me go for an Expo. There's literally nothing I could do. I don't have much offensive power. Like, I don't have a Fireball to catch him off guard. I don't actually have anything for the Cannon, Ice Golem, Spam, etc. So there's not much I can do. Just gonna go for a low Tesla, Valk. And yeah, so this is pretty much the game plan. Ice Spirit to hold the Hog in place. I think that should full counter it. Nice, good Ice Spirit. And yeah, like, as you can see, he cannot compete with Rocket. So I'm going to go for a defensive Expo in my left now, because that's my healthier side tower this time. And to Earthquake to my right side tower. Going to log the Hog and get back to a Tesla. Play it pretty high up. He has to Earthquake my Expo plus Tesla if he wants to get value, but that means he won't be able to Earthquake my tower. So this is exactly how you want to maneuver around this matchup. He goes for Ice Golem. I think he might be back to a Hog. Okay, no, but he's getting back to one. Gonna Archers to force out the Queen ability early. And I think I can just defend this Hog without a Tesla, honestly. Yeah, because defensive Expo was clutch, and then Archers were also adding some pretty decent DPS. Gonna rocket the tower, and he's already back to a Hog, which is a bit scary, but I do have a Tesla back. Ice Spirit to hold it in place in the middle again. Log just to make sure it gets taken out. Again, pretty much perfect defense. So This matchup pretty much just boils down to perfect defense, because your win condition is obviously the rocket. You're not really going to try and break through. I have tried, it didn't work out at all, so the optimal game plan is just to defend and rocket. Like, it's just how you're supposed to play the matchup. So gonna Tesla, snipe the cannon, and to Earthquake placement as well. I think he's already back to a Hog, so I have to be careful of that. Yeah, he is. So gonna get back to a Tesla, I think. I don't have DPS on the Hog, can't afford to not. But that's pretty much a dead Hog. I can also rocket the Hog if I really need to. Sometimes that's a decent play, especially in single. Does go Hog into my still alive Tesla, gonna rocket, and archers will take it out for no hits. So yeah, sometimes you can rocket the Hog, but I prefer to try and not do that once double hits, especially if I have an activated King thanks to the E-Spirit, because I do have plenty of other ways to defend. I tried to log the E-Spirit off the board. Sadly, it did connect, so we can just E-Spirit log my archers, but I'm just going to keep rocket cycling and just get an anti-Earthquake Tesla down. Again, he can't Earthquake my tower if he wants to take my Tesla out, so really easy match. And that is exactly how you want to play this matchup. So that's another reason I really like this deck. You know, it does really well against some normal hard counters to Expo like Hog Earthquake. If he has Giant Skeleton, it's still going to be a pain of a matchup, but he didn't. He had Ice Golem, so that was pretty easy. Like, Earthquake just doesn't compete with rocket damage. So yeah, that's going to put me 1 win away from Royal Champion now. First of slightly a harder matchup compared to before, but still honestly not that bad of a matchup. So 1 win away, let's get it. Alright guys, we are looking for the final match, and I hope I can just win it. Would be really nice to just get a really clean win streak for Royal Champion, you know, not really tilting and worrying about having to play a lot. Final match against Darwi. Let's see what he's going to have. So hopefully not too bad of a matchup, I guess, but this deck is really good. Like, you can outplay a lot of decks, so going to go for archers in the back because he's not doing anything. And it goes for a cage. Okay, I guess I'm just going to Expo with his hand. I don't want to Valk into it, so just going to Expo, find out what he has. Royal Hog is going to go for a Valk. Instantly will do great against them, although sadly one Hog goes to the side. Does have arrows. Okay, so it's actually going to be Royal Recruits. Thankfully I do get an early connection. I guess he didn't have Royal Recruits in cycle, which is huge. Gonna go Skeleton for the Brawler. Will perfectly counter it, and then I guess I could log the Zappies on the right, although I do have to be careful because now he might want to go Recruits or something, because I don't have login cycle. We'll see though, but that is a really nice early lead. So this is going to be a really bad matchup if he has Flying Machine. Obviously, me having Valk is a huge help, and having 2 cycle cards is better than Icebo, I guess. Like, this 100 against Icebo. But he also does have arrows for my archers. Okay, goes Recruits in the back. Gonna go for an Expo. He doesn't have Zappies in cycle, so he has to cage. He does actually cage. So I think I might Valk with my Expo, because it'll help out against the Brawler and the Recruits, so I think it's a smart play to do. Also gonna log, and then I do have to be careful of the left side as well. Okay, he does have Fireball too, which is quite bad. I mean, if he only had like arrows, Barb Barrel, at least I would be able to kind of spell cycle him out and then maybe outcycle arrows and stack archers. But since he has Fireball, he has many responses to my archers, many responses to my defensive expos even if I do elect to go for some. And obviously just another source of tower damage. Okay, does go pigs, gonna go for a low Tesla. Sadly 1 gets bypassed, so gonna have to go archers too. He does arrows. I think I want to let this go. I don't really want to log the 1 pig, even though it is going to get a fair amount of damage, unfortunately. I think I just want to Expo, because he went Royal Hogs, arrows at the bridge. That was like 8 elixir, so kind of an expensive investment. Sadly, he does have enough for Recruits in time, but goes 4 on the left, so I'm just going to go Valk on top of all of them, I think, and that'll be a perfect defense. As you can see, Valk swings super cleanly, so one interaction that's useful to know, Valk does fully counter 4 Recruits by herself. And Knight would not be able to do that, obviously, so that is a huge help in this matchup. Valk is also a lot better against the pigs. Gonna Rocket, though. I do need tower damage, and I think that's the best opportunity. Now I'm going to Defensive Expo to help out, because obviously he's going to go in since I just rocketed his tower. I don't think he's back to Recruits, though. Yeah, he goes Hogs. So I'm just going to go Valk Log. Nice. He did predict me to go Tesla in the middle, so really nice play there. Switching up the defense, not always going for Tesla on the Royal Hogs, giving him Fireball value, and I was just able to get some nice value there. I could Rocket those Recruits, but I think it might be a bit too overzealous, so I'm just going to chill for now. Might rocket that, though. That's a definite rocket. So he kind of messed up. I actually didn't need to rocket because Flying Machine was going in front, but basically if he did play the Flying Machine correctly behind the Royal Recruits, I would have had to rocket anyway, so it's not bad. Gonna Skeletons in case 1 gets closer, but it doesn't. So yeah, he's not playing his Flying Machines that well, which is what makes it such a bad matchup. It would be really bad if he like went Flying Machine to snipe my Teslas in the middle, or snipe my Expos and force more stuff, but since he is just so far giving me value, I'm okay with it. Gonna rocket the Royal Recruits. I think I actually missed some of them. That's unfortunate. I missed 1. I should have hit all, but I was a bit impatient, I guess. But goes Flying Machine. That actually might go in front again, especially if I maybe log these back to make sure it goes in front. Yeah, really nice log, basically ensuring the Flying Machine walked in front. This is a lot of stuff on the board, so I'm a bit scared, but I think I'm okay, actually. Yeah, I'm going to log just in case. I don't actually think I needed it, but I'm actually going to win this one, I think. Wow, against Recruits, quite a hard matchup, and he's not playing his Flying Machine is the best. Okay, so Archers on the left, Valk again, full counters the 4 Recruits, so... and also, as you can see, I know that my left side tower is healthier, so even though he wants to arrows my archers off, I'm making sure he does it on my weaker HP tower, rather than giving him value. So Tesla will take care of the pigs, gonna log them. One bypass is still, I don't know how it's bypassing actually, but gonna defensive expo now, force him to fireball my healthier side tower if he wants to. I'm gonna Valk for the 4 on the left, archers on the right, archers on the left. This is, I think I have a pretty good game plan going. Instantly gonna rocket the Flying Machine off, log the pig shields, or their recruit shields. I know I said pigs. I guess I am kind of tired, but gonna go skeletons for the goblin brawler, and this should be game. I could honestly rocket tower. I don't really need to. Yeah, he goes recruits, so I think I should just buckle down for defense. I already have a huge lead. That is a lot of rocket value. That was a good Flying Machine on his end, but I got a really good rocket hitting 4 recruits plus the Flying Machine, and I made sure I logged first, so that way I killed the recruits straight up instead of just taking off their shield. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be a win against Recruits. Really good win as well. Like, not really close at all. So yeah, I'm going to say thanks just because he's playing Recruits Fireball Arrows. He played that really badly, I feel like, but I also played it pretty well. I was really proud of that log play to push the Flying Machine in front, or rather push the stuff behind, to make sure my tower targeted it first in that one defense. But that is going to be Royal Champion, guys. Let's go. Really nice stuff. I did get this champion wildcard. Sadly, you don't get the rewards on the left, but it's all good. Champion wildcard still not bad. And now we are on our way to Ultimate Champion. So next video, I will probably start the road to Ultimate Champion. So I like to break it up into 2 parts. Let me know what you guys think. If you would rather just see one push, or if you do like a road to Ultimate Champion where I get like step 1 to 4 and then the final 5 steps or something like that. But yeah, pretty nice wins today with this new really strong expo deck, so give it a try if you're struggling. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.